From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And some space here.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory though if they're stopped. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So now the Bills offense onto the field for their first crack at it. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hole.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak, it's definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space, kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick here is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Saints. That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after run on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. McCann. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Right back to him on first down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yet.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
That's interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Out is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And this will wind up as Saints' first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You know when I could tell this is going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 42-yard line here, he brought down there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
2nd and 4.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Up the middle they go. McCann. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, able to avoid him. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at MetLife Stadium. Tampa Bay making the trip northward to take on New York. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front in the second quarter. The Buccaneers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. The Chargers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. In that game, all tied with the visiting Patriots. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Bills to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On on play action. They'll throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown! A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And you think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on...
And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now out come the Bills. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Right back to him on first down. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Well, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here comes the Saints punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got him. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Defense.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 52 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Second and 3. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it, has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Saints! From 3 yards out. And the Saints have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. Forced out to, and he's gonna be sacked. They came after him, he couldn't get away, and this remains a two-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lopez. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Lopez. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, we'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not going to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
They'll look to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick-6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And they turn the pick-6 into a pick-8 with a 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man, complete.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd and 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Now, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Buffalo, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.